Kilichojitokeza jana actually sio tishio la kiusalama wa mtandao wa Tanzania.
Samia Suluhu sana afinya wa kabisa.
If there was a Swahili proverb that perfectly described the situation between Kenya and Tanzania, it would be mwiba wa kujidunga hauambiwi pole.
Tunamwambia Mama Suluhu pamoja na serikali yake, hatuombi, tunadai.
It started with a borderless war of ideas, and now it is spiraling into a full-blown diplomatic rivalry.
Kwa hivyo tunasema na tunatoa onyo kwa viongozi wote wadhalimu hapa Afrika Mashariki na barani Afrika kwamba wakati wenu umekwisha sasa.
When Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu decided to play bouncer at the border, giving Kenyan activists the boot during the mission to observe Tundu Lissu's treason trial, Kenyans did what Kenyans do best: unleash full-blown internet fury. But this time, it wasn't just tweets and TikTok. A group of hackers known as Unknown Kenya decided to throw diplomacy out the window and go full-blown Mr. Robot on Tanzania's digital infrastructure. They hijacked the ruling party CCM's YouTube channel, crashed the police Twitter account, and even made a telecommunication company to dance to their binary beat. Now, Tanzania has responded with the grace of a hammer to the kneecap. President Samia Suluhu didn't just go for the jugular. She went for the kidneys, livers, and even the little toe while she was at it. Now, Kenya is bleeding, screaming for help, and even throwing tantrums figuratively.
Kwa hivyo tunasema na tunatoa onyo kwa viongozi wote wadhalimu hapa Afrika Mashariki na barani Afrika kwamba wakati wenu umekwisha sasa. Wananchi wa bara la Afrika wameamka kutoka Afrika Magharibi, Afrika Mashariki, kusini na kaskazini, na hatuta kimya. Viva comrades, viva!
And guess who Kenya is crying for? The one and only Boniface Mwangi. Activist Boniface Mwangi has vanished into thin diplomatic air since the alleged deportation. His wife and fellow activists say he is neither in Kenya nor on Tanzanian soil, at least not visibly.
Okay. So for his rights to be violated in this way, it is completely unfair. He fights for people all over the world. So it's not fair that they are holding him, whatever they are holding him for. It's not fair, it's not right. They need to release him and send him home.
We wonder what kind of a government is this that does not inform its diplomatic offices and headquarters and branches around Africa what is happening.
It all started with a pause of Kenyan activists led by their firebrand Boniface Mwangi jetted off to Tanzania to keep tabs on the treason trial of opposition leader Tundu Lissu. Big mistake apparently. Tanzanian authorities, not exactly rolling out the red carpet, sniffed out Mwangi's presence faster and served netizens from these two countries with a late-night hotel room showdown, with Mwangi live streaming his defiance as armed men claiming to be police demanded he open his door for an important inspection.
There's a lot of abduction in this country, a lot of execution in this country, and people in jail for resisting Suluhu's dictatorship. That's why I can't open the door. Nasikia polisi wananitafuta. Inspection kwa usiku wa manane. So wafunzi kazi, mimi naogopa tu. Watu wanapotezwa nchi hii. Watu wanashikwa wanapotezwa, mimi naogopa kupotezwa. Either you break the door because I'm not leaving. Itabidi mvunje mlango. Basi mimi sitoki. Sijafanya makosa yote, natoka niende wapi? Chumba nimelipia. Chumba si nimelipia? Nimefanya makosa. Kama sijafanya makosa unanitia nje nini? Assurance, kama sina makosa nataka kulala, acha nilale. Tatizo gani? Umesema sina makosa.
While heavyweights like former Chief Justice Willy Mutunga and People's Liberation Party leader Martha Karua were promptly deported, sent packing from Julius Nyerere International Airport like tourists who overstayed their welcome, Mwangi's fate remains murkier. The Tanganyika Law Society reports claimed he was deported on May 20th alongside Ugandan lawyer Agatha Atuhaire. However, Mwangi's wife, Njeri, and a chorus of activists insist he is still missing, last seen in Tanzanian custody.
Na tunasema wale ndugu zetu ambao bado wameshikwa kule Tanzania, tunamwambia Mama Suluhu pamoja na serikali yake wawaachilie mara moja. Hatuombi, tunadai waachiliwe. Boniface Mwangi pamoja na Agatha Atuhaire ni watu ambao walikuwa wameenda kule kutetea katiba ya Tanzania, kutetea haki isimamishwe katika nchi ya Tanzania. Ni makosa makubwa kwa mtu ambaye anaenda pale kusaidia kusimamisha haki, alafu yeye mwenyewe haki zake zinakiukwa. Kwa hivyo tunasema na tunatoa onyo kwa viongozi wote wadhalimu hapa Afrika Mashariki na barani Afrika kwamba wakati wenu umekwisha sasa. Wananchi wa bara la Afrika wameamka kutoka Afrika Magharibi, Afrika Mashariki, kusini na kaskazini. Na hatuta kimya. Viva comrades, viva! Viva! Hatuta kimya mahali popote pale haki za Waafrika zikidhulumiwa.
As of today, May 21st, 2025, his whereabouts remain unknown. Back home, one might expect the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to defend its own citizens, issue statements, maybe even summon a Tanzanian envoy for some Stanley worded tea. But no, CS of Foreign Affairs Musalia Mudavadi and Senator Cherargei chose the most unorthodox way, with both of them applauding Samia Suluhu and even hinting that there was some truth to Suluhu's claims about Kenyan activists' lack of integrity.
Kwa hivyo kama wewe ni mkorofi hapa na ufikiri utaenda kufanya hivyo huko, my friend, haitawezekana. Our laws, the democratic space that Kenyans enjoy, now you should start seeing what we tell you. Don't take what you have for granted. You have a very free society. You have a very open society. Mtu anasimama hapa anatusi Mudavadi anaenda tu. Mtu anasimama hapa anatusi Ruto anaenda tu. Mtu anasimama hapa anatusi Savula anaenda tu. Jaribu kwingine kufanya hivyo.
Cherargei went further, suggesting Suluhu should have locked them up for good measure.
And I want even to draw mind, Mr. Speaker, this country people should avoid bad manners. I want to thank Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan for calling out activists who wanted to go and disrupt the peace in Tanzania. In fact, should have detained and prosecuted them because they have taught this country bad manners, Mr. Speaker. These activists, they have taught our people to insult, to undermine, to lose respect to the leadership of this country, Mr. Speaker. Tanzania is a very peaceful country. And what President Samia Suluhu Hassan said, we should respect our countries, Mr. Speaker. There is mutual respect. And I hope as the activists run around East Africa trying to meddle in the internal affairs, they must be put to stop, Mr. Speaker. Because what business would you have to go and meddle in affairs of Tanzania? What business, Mr. Speaker? These activists, and I want to ask President Samia Suluhu Hassan, Mr. Speaker, of Tanzania, to be very careful because these activists are funded by enemies of Africa who want to destabilize the unity, the peace and tranquility of most African nations, Mr. Speaker. You saw even in the last Gen Z protest, Mr. Speaker, there were allegations that international donors were financing instability, Mr. Speaker, in this country using what we call international donors, Mr. Speaker. So I want to ask the President Samia Suluhu Hassan that in the spirit of East Africa, he should assist us to discipline some of these ill-behaved activists that have continued to destabilize Kenya, Mr. Speaker. The island of peace of Tanzania must be protected, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Chalagay.
And our finya kabisa.
Senator Chalagay, can you relate what you are now discussing with the Division of Revenue Bill? Can you relate the two? Because you
okay, I'm trying to relate.
Digressing.
What I'm saying, Mr. Speaker, we need stability in Tanzania and in Kenya. Because there is balance of trade. We export and import. We get taxes. Then we build on the division of revenue, Mr. Speaker. And that is why I'm saying we should not disturb the peace and unity of Tanzania, Mr. Speaker. And ask Samia Suluhu Hassan afinya wakabisa.
Kenyans on the other side are now threatening Ministry of Foreign Affairs with public outrage of biblical proportions.
We're very clear about that. We know for certain that going to Tanzania to observe a judicial process by any means is fully within the laws of Tanzania. Up to this point in time, no one has come forward, even those of us who are stopped at the airport, no one has come forward to state clearly the mistake, the crime that had been committed.
I don't know if there's any, whatever the issue is between the two governments. I can't speak to that because my husband has got nothing to do with it. If they have any issues, they should sort them on their own and leave my husband out of it. If my husband has anything to do, they need to come out and be very clear about whatever that is.
And we are telling Mudavadi, if anything happens to Boniface Mwangi, we, his friends, the family, and Kenyans in general, will hold you, Mudavadi, personally